Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav and welcome back to my channel. Investing in US market always sounds exciting, but when you really start doing it, then confusion begins. So questions like which broker to use, what are the taxes or compliance issues, what are the rules, which stock to buy, how to research those stocks, what are the tools to be used. There are a number of questions which you face when you start investing in US market. I understand that this topic is not new. There are a number of videos on YouTube which basically covers like how to invest in US market, talks about the brokers and brokerage and all those bits. But my agenda is quite different. What I wanted to do is to create a end-to-end, step-by-step US investing framework in a 3 to 4 part series which covers the full picture, not bits and pieces. For example, why invest in US stock, how to invest through brokers and which broker is better, portfolio allocation, stock selection. Now, this is part one of the series. Basically, I'll be talking about updated 2026 information about the brokers, real cost example, everything you need to know to start safely in US market. If you're serious about building a decent global exposure in equity market, then this video should help you to start with. Now with this, let's begin. So the first question is obvious one, which is why should Indian invest in US stocks? US stock market is probably one of the biggest and very mature stock market. And it is a home of some of the biggest market leaders such as Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Netflix. As an Indian, if we want to explore the option of US market, then the first reason would be, of course, the diversification. If all your money is only in Indian market, then you are limiting yourself to one economy and one market. So, for example, in last 1 year, the Indian stock market has given negative 10% versus US stock market has given more than 40%, right? So that kind of outperformance you can capture using the option of diversification in global economy like US market. So many of the world best companies are listed in US. So if you want to exposure to areas like technology, AI, semiconductor, cloud, healthcare, this market gives access to the real innovators who are listed in the stock market. Third, which is important for me, is a deep liquidity. US market is very liquid. That means large companies usually have very high trading volume. So a swing trader like me who trades in a cash, if the account grows and if they want to invest a big chunk of money in one stock, US market provides a deep liquidity. I mean, there could be high trading volume without impacting any stock prices, and that really helps as a cash trader because in India it's quite limited. You can invest into the stock, and if the catalysts align with your timing of your entry, then you can easily capture more than 50-60% in 1 day or 1 or 2 days. So, in nutshell or in summary, why I prefer to invest in US market, not because of excitement, basically because it gives me an access to some of the good names in US stock market, hence add a diversification to my portfolio. And secondly, as a swing trader, because in long term when the account grows, it's offer a deep liquidity and there is no circuit filter. Okay. Now the next obvious question which comes to is how to invest in US market, right? There are basically two routes which you can use to get an access to US market. One is indirect route. So in indirect route is probably the easiest way because there is no dollar transfer you have to do to invest in the market. In indirect route, you invest in Indian mutual funds or ETFs that give you a direct exposure to US stock. So something like Motilal Oswal US Equity Opportunity Fund. So these funds, you don't have to open a foreign brokerage account or send money abroad account. Everything stays in rupees and you can simply invest by existing demat account or a mutual fund app, right? And how do you do it? You simply go to your, let's say, Kite Jirodha app, you search this fund name and you can simply buy it. It's simple like how you buy a stock. It's as simple as that, right? If you do not have enough capital to invest in US market, but you want to have an exposure to US trades, then probably this is the again best option. And reason being, if you see my screen, I mean, this ETF has really outperformed in long term. So if you see here, in last 10 years, the ETF has given almost 800% return against the Nifty. So the if the blue line which you see is Nifty NSE, and you here at the right hand side, if you see the return, it has only given 180% your Nifty, right? But the Nasdaq ETF has given 800% kind of return. So if you're a beginner, if you don't want to put a lot of effort to find a stock, research a stock, and do a lot of trading in equity, you can simply start your SIP in Nasdaq ETF, and that itself will give a massive outperformance. Now, the only limitation which I see in indirect route is that you do not get a direct access to stocks like Alphabet, Netflix, Tesla, Nvidia, and hence you missed a multi-bagger opportunity. So I'll show you what exactly I meant. So if you see my screen again, in last 10 years, so Motilal Oswal's Nasdaq ETF has given, let's say, 800% return. But if I just add Nvidia on the same scale, Nvidia has given 36,000% return versus 800% return of this ETF, right? Or if I add a Tesla, Tesla has given 1700% return against 800% return on ETF. These are kind of outperformance return you can capture if you do a direct investing into a direct stock if you're able to identify these kind of market leaders. And this takes me to the next part. Now there is a route two, which is your direct investing. So direct investing is basically you are taking a full ownership route. You buy the US stock, you do your own research, and based on that you identify the stock and do the trade or invest in it. So in direct route, basically you open a international brokerage account and you buy actual US stocks and ETFs by yourself. This means you're directly owning a company like Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia. Now, what are the popular options? Popular options which we have is INDmoney, which is quite known and quite beginner friendly. Vested, it has some cons, I'll discuss about it later. An interactive broker. And how do you do it? So you simply open your brokerage account in international broker. You complete your KYC, do the money transfer, then buy US stocks or ETF directly from the app or platform. This is basically for the people who know how to do own research and portfolio tracking. The next bit which I want to talk about is the brokers. So you have to decide which broker is good for you. Mainly, as I said, there are three main active brokers. The first one is INDmoney, second is Vested, and third is IB Broker. Just let to be very clear, this is not a promotional video. You have to make your decision. As per my understanding and research and also the usage of one of the brokerage firm, I will just do the simple comparison for you to understand which could be useful and easy for you. The first one is INDmoney. So it's quite easy for a beginner. If someone as a beginner wanted to explore this, and I think this portal would be the best to explore it, especially for the US stock, because here you can buy a fractional US shares from $1. So what it means is that, so currently the Berkshire Hathaway's price is 700,880 US dollar, right, which is approximately 6 crore. 6 crore 45 lakh, per share, one share cost. Now of course a lot of people won't be able to afford it, right? So in that case we need a broker which can give us an option of buying a fractional US shares, which could be less than one share, like zero point 0.5 share, zero point 0.1 share, and so on and so forth. And this INDmoney allows that. Okay, it has a zero account fee, zero AMC, and LRS compliant. And basically, it's quite easy to open. So you can just simply log in, put your account, put your phone number, and do the quick digital KYC. You transfer the amount from Indian bank to the USD bank, which will be already been here, and you can start investing as low as $1. It's totally compliant and legal under the LRS scheme, which I'll talk about this compliance and scheme in a minute. So this is one easiest option, and the pricing wise also, if you go to the US stock investing, it is very cheap. So account opening fee, don't have it any. Only two important factor which will impact your cost is, one is brokerage fees, which is 0.25% per trade, and second one will be the forex markup, right, which will be typically charged by your bank around 0.5 1.2%. The best thing about this app is that they do not have any withdrawal fee. For example, you have transferred some amount from Indian account to US account, and you have to withdraw it back to your Indian account. So in that case, basically you don't have to pay anything. The second broker which I want to talk about is Vested. Basically has the same feature which INDmoney has. So it has more than 10,000 new stock. You can invest fractionally starting with $1. In terms of pricing, what extra they talk about is they have a plan. Like if you have a basic plan versus premium plan, and in premium plan basically costs you 375 per month. And what they say that in this case your brokerage will go down. So for example, if you are using a basic plan, which is same as your INDmoney plan, right, it is a 0.25 your brokerage here, versus if you go for a premium, then 0.51%. So if you're a trader or who trades a lot or swing trading instead of doing a core investment, then this might be little bit sensible, because that will reduce your brokerage charge immensely. And if you are withdrawing from the fund, in that case your first two withdrawals are free within a year, and after that $5 withdrawal. Again, I mean, withdrawal people won't do much. Of course, this will only be charged if you withdraw an amount from the account, from the invested account to the bank. And the last one which I want to talk about is this platform. So this is the one which I use, IBKR, and I've been using it more than 3 years now, and I find it very ultra cheap. I mean, it has a very brokerage fees is ultra low, per share pricing with very low minimum commission. It lowest among the three, to be honest, the forex also, and no account minimum. I mean, you can start as less as probably 10 rupees. That's how this works, and it's a listed company. So Interactive Broker is a listed company. It's a US based broker. Another important thing is that it not only gives you a US stock, but also you can start exploring any other economy. So for example, tomorrow if you understand the global economy well and you wanted to invest in Canada, Australia, or Singapore, this particular broker will give you an option of that too. And it has very advanced tool and powerful platform. So in terms of pricing, they have two way. One is tiered way, another is fixed. So irrespective of the volume, you can give a fixed rupee of 0.005 US dollar, or if you are, let's say, the starter, you're not going to buy more than 300k volume shares, right? Which is comparatively quite high. In that case, you can do the tiered mechanism also. So this is basically the comparison table which I created for you to understand. So as I said, ease for the beginner is quite easy for INDmoney versus your Vested Finance and IB broker. But in terms of brokerage fees and forex and everything else, minimum to start, IB broker would be the best. The only problem which I saw with IB broker is that amount of effort you have to put to open account. It's not that complicated, but little more cumbersome versus other two. But I personally prefer IB broker only because it has give massive features, access to all the economies around the world, and it's very cheap. So let me show you the price comparison here. Now let's look at the real round trip cost of investing in US stock from India. So this is a table which I have created based on these assumptions, and based on that I tried to define how much it will cost us in absolute term. If you see the INDmoney first column, and if you're doing a round trip of 1 lakh there, that basically it will be around 2000 to 3000 rupees. If you're doing a round trip with 5 lakh, it will be approximately 14,000, and with 20 lakh it will be approximately 50,000 rupees. If you see the vested as we discussed has a two version, basic and premium, but I will basically have taken a basic as an example. In this case, this will cost you 6,000 rupees, 1 lakh if you are doing a round trip. 5 lakh it will be basically around 30 to 32,000, and 20 lakh it will be approximately 46,000 to around 90,000. But if you see the IBKR, right, that is the best thing with IBKR. With the 1 lakh you were only putting around 60 rupees, with 5 lakh you are only putting around 300 rupees, and with the 20 lakh it is hardly 1200 rupees. And this is because IBKR global trader has a free stock commissions and very low foreign exchange and one free withdrawal per month. So for me the big takeaway is very simple, that brokerage is not main problem. The main problem for the Indian investor would be the forex, and whichever the platform gives you the cheapest forex transaction, that would be the best. And in this case IBKR becomes a dramatically cheaper option. So this table should help you to understand which is cheaper for you. Okay, and the last thing which I want to talk about is compliance rules and taxation for I'll try to keep it simple. Of course you can go through this on any website, even on the broker's website. Even if you go to INDmoney or IB broker, you will find these details. The first thing is your compliance and regulatory rules. You can easily invest in US stocks only through the LRS, which is your liberalized remittance scheme. And here you have an annual limit of 25k per person per financial year. It is around 2 crore, 2 crore 30 lakhs, approximately that. So that is one thing. Secondly, about the TCS, which is tax collected at source, you can actually get the refund or credit back by filing your IDR. So even if the deduction happen, it's fine. I mean, you can claim it back as a refund by filing your IDR. Everything else is allowed under a FEMA rule. There is no ban or any special permission needed for regular US stock market. Okay. The third is taxation on capital gain when you sell the stock. So if it is a short-term capital gain STCG, which is basically within 24 months of buying if you sell it, and long-term capital gain which you sell 24 months. So for STCG, it's added to your total income and taxed at your normal slab rate. For LTCG, flat 12.5% tax on profit. So for example, if you buy an Apple share of 8 lakh and sell after 30 months, let's say for 12 lakh, in this case you made a profit of 4 lakh. So taxation will be 12.5 for 4 lakh, which is around 50,000, right? And you pay this in your ITR even if you never withdraw the money back to India. It's basically straightforward, nothing complicated. Lot of documents and everything will be taken care by the brokerage firm, and you can ask them too. So it's not something you have to too much worry about. Now the next thing which I want to talk about is, when does direct US stock investing make sense for Indians? If you have less than 5 lakh, I personally feel would not be worth putting an effort to open a brokerage firm and go into US market and invest in a direct way. You can definitely use a ETF option, but this is again, it's some personal thing. It doesn't mean that you don't do that. If you want to experiment in US market, definitely you can start with 1,50,000 rupees also, right? Basically account opening is 0 in all the 3 brokers, so you can definitely start exploring, experimenting with 50,000, 1 lakh rupees. But once you have understood the market, then it make most of the sense in terms of round trip tax calculations and everything, if you have more than 5 lakh rupees to invest in US market. One biggest question, and probably last for today, is that a lot of people ask or try to understand is, how much US exposure should Indian investor have? So I personally feel that 70 to 80% can still be in Indian equities, and 20-30% you can experiment with the US equity. So maybe, for example, if you have let's say 10 lakh of overall capital, maybe you can start with 2 lakh rupees in US equities, and 8 lakh still can be put in Indian equity market, and that further you can divide it versus core versus swing. So end-to-end process is pretty much simple. For direct investment, choose your platform. It could be INDmoney, it could be Vested, IBKR. Preferably INDmoney and IBKR. Vested is little costly and also less user friendly. Open your account, do your KYC, probably PAN, Aadhaar, bank details, use that and do the KYC, and it can open immediately. Send the money, transfer money from Indian bank account to overseas investing. You simply buy your stock. Now, which stock to buy, how to do it, all those bits we'll discuss in next series, next topic. Okay, so that was the complete first part of this US investing series, and today we have covered in full foundation. So why to invest in US stock and indirect versus direct route, which is the best and how much amount you might need. Broker comparison, taxation calculations and everything, and also the portfolio allocation which you want to go for, practical portfolio structure. In next video we'll move little deeper. We'll go to the most important part, where how to search for those stocks. Once you have the account, which tools to use, what are the parameters look for to do the deep research of a stock, because it's a little different from the India. So I will discuss about those bits. So like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye and take care.